Welcome. Good morning for European viewers. It's 6 a.m. Central European time, and we are almost 6 a.m., 2 minutes before, and we are just waiting for the release of the first puzzle of Advent of Code 2022. Getting excited? We'll see. Hopefully, we can solve this in reasonable time. So, calorie counting, that's good. Santa's reindeer typically eat regular reindeer food, but they need a lot of magical energy to deliver presents on Christmas. Well, that makes sense. For that, their favorite snack is a special type of star fruit that only grows deep in the jungle. The elves have brought you on their annual expedition to the grove where the fruit grows. Ah, den lädt fan op. Um, to supply enough magical energy, the expedition needs to retrieve a minimum of 50 stars by December 25th. Although the elves assure you that the grove has plenty of fruits, you decide to grab any fruit you see along the way, just in case. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first one. Yeah, we'll know that. And each puzzle grants you 1 star. Good luck! The jungle must be too overgrown and difficult to navigate in vehicles or access from the air. The elves' expeditions traditionally goes on foot. As your boats approach land, the elves begin taking inventory of the supplies. One important consideration is food, in particular the number of calories each elf is carrying. Your puzzle input. The elves take turns writing down the number of calories contained by the various meals, snacks, rations, etc., that they've brought with them, 1 item per line. Each elf separates their inventory from the previous elves, if any, by a blank line. For example, suppose the elves finish writing the items, calories, end up with the following list. This is our example input. Just copy that and put it in here. Looks like we have 5 elves. The list represents calories of the food carried by 5 elves. The first elf is carrying food with blah blah blah, second blah, fifth with blah. In the case the elf gets hungry, needs extra snack, they need to know which elf to ask. They'd like to know how many calories are being carried by the elf carrying the most calories. In example above, this is 24,000 from this elf here. Find the elf carrying the most calories. How many calories is that elf carrying? So we'll just need to find the maximum of those sums here. Yeah, and we'll need to get our input as well. We'll copy that, put it in the my input file here, and hit the save button. And for the example check, we got 24,000. We'll check that again. Yes. So then we have our solver here. We get the lines in there. So let's just have a variable sum, which sums up our calories, and then we have and we initialize that with 0, and we have a variable for the amount an elf is carrying, current elf. Did I write that? Did we with a v, right? Yes, elf, which is also 0. And then we start iterating above our lines, line in lines. And whenever if line is blank, then we check, or yeah, we can parse the, if the line is blank, we're on the next elf. So in this case, we want to set the sum to 0. We also will back our maximum, max elf, although current elf, then we don't need the sum. So let's say the current elf is carrying 0 from here on, and if the current elf is carrying more than the max elf, then we will update the max elf with the current elf, and we'll set the current elf to 0, and if nothing of that is true, else we will just add the current item to the elf we are, let's make it an int. We'll just add it to whatever the current elf is carrying. Let me just check here. Like, this thing will be an issue. We can do it like this. Not the nicest way though, but still should be fine. And then yeah, I'll do some auto format. Check what we're missing here. Oh, we'll need to return the result. And we can return the max elf here. And make it a toString. And now let's just head over here, and for now just run that. Also, while it's compiling, don't really know why it takes that long. Okay. So we have the correct solution for the example. It's 7, which is what? Wait a moment. Yes, we need to start obviously the correct puzzle. We have the correct solution, for example, that's 24,000, and this is our solution. And yeah, let's give it a shot. That's the right answer with our first star. Cool. So we are now at part 2. By the time you calculate the answer to Elf's questions, they've already realized that the elf is carrying the most calories of food, might eventually run out of snacks. To avoid this unacceptable situation, which makes sense, the elves would instead like to know the calories carried by the top 3 elves carrying the most calories. That way, even if one of those elves runs out of snacks, they still have 2 backups. How many calories are those elves carrying in total? So that means we kind of have the same. We have the same situation. The only thing is we now want to store all our elves. Yeah, I'll just copy that. We don't need it anymore. We now want to know the top 3 elves, and I think it makes sense to just keep track of all of them, so to say. Let's close that up here. Blah, 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 this one, and Yeah, we are missing the return. That's fine. No, here. So we'll do that in form of. I'll just do a list of elves calories, and we'll call this a list. We're in Kotlin here, so we need a mutable list in this case, and we'll do it of integer. And the thing what we now do, or let's just take over this loop, so it's like easier to explain the difference. The blank thing is the same. In the case of the blank, we'll just say elf calories dot add, and we'll just add the current elf, which we apparently don't have by now. We'll just add the current elf to the list, and then we reset it again. And otherwise, we'll just put append add the value of the current line to the current elf, and then we should be good to go. And now we'll take our elf. Can't even. And obviously, this is written with an F, but only in plural. It's V. Complicated language. And we'll sort that, and we want it to be descending, and we want to have the first sort descending. Does it mean sorted descending? Yes. So we need to take it sorted, so we can do the take afterwards. This is the first three we want to take out, and then we want to sum them up and put this to a string. And we this is puzzle 2, so we'll most probably have the same input, but we will have a different example solution, and the example solution is 45,000, and let's give it a shot. Now hop over to main, and I want to solve part 2 today, and give it a run. So wrong solution in example 1 with okay, so we didn't get the right solution. Then the fifth elf. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So we initialize the current elf with 0 if the line is a blank. Yeah, that's actually true. I'm pretty sure we are now skipping. We don't have a blank at the end, most probably, right? Maybe this is also stripped away here. Did we skip anything here? No. 3 elves are the 4th. Yeah, then it's time for debugging. Set us a debugger here. And don't need this. So our elf calories, yeah, there are only 4. And 6,000, 4,000, 11,000, 24,000. 6,000, 4,000, 11,000, 24,000, and we are missing the last one, which is a bit of a pain, but I think we'll just get the last one truncated here, right? hmm For whatever reason, I don't really understand. Is it in current alpha set to it, right? hmm So the blank gets truncated. That basically means the thing what we'll need to do is we'll just add the current elf or the last elf like this. Mm. A bit annoying in the parser I set up because I think it should actually deliver the last blank line. But apparently that's not what it does, and therefore it's not in the list. And now we got the correct solution, for example, it's here, and we can now submit our solution. And that means we successfully already solved level 1. Took us about 14 minutes. That means we are most probably 14 times slower than the people on the leaderboard. And let me check. Right, obviously it's full. I think that's all I can see. But we can, yeah, uh, lift it for now. And we can see where's the calendar? But we've got our 2 stars here, and we have 23 hours to prepare. So thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow with a new video and the next example of event of code. Bye bye.